Trying this again. Today is World Suicide Awareness Day, and suicides amongst millennials is up 108%, according to a study released on June 13th of this year. Overdoses by opioids in the same demographic are up 500% since 1999, and experts say it's getting a whole lot tougher to separate the accidental overdoses from the suicides. The way we talk about people matters. The way we talk about millennials matters. The way we invalidate their struggles and their concerns is ugly. Yesterday, a millennial who works for me made some suggestions about a podcast we're going to be recording tomorrow, all of which I liked, because she is generous and sensitive and thoughtful, and she never has bad ideas. We've raised millennials to be people-pleasing, overachieving maniacs. They care so much, and they do good work, and we don't give them enough credit for that. But those ideas she brought to the table, we can't make any of them come to life unless she sees a movie that I didn't want to talk about, a movie that I knew would be triggering for her to watch, a movie I purposely did not want to bring into our collective conversation because I'm her employer, and that's a responsibility that I take seriously. It's a responsibility I don't think people take seriously enough. This overachiever who doesn't want to let me down will always say yes. She will always put the business ahead of her personal needs. So the onus is on me as her employer to be judicious about what I ask her to do. I've been doing hard emotional labor for 10 years. I've been helping others do it for 4. This millennial has been on the job for all of 2 weeks. One of them was her vacation. So I tell you that to tell you this. Tomorrow, I'm recording a podcast that will reflect every issue I have with the problematic themes baked into Brittany Runs a Marathon. Themes that are so common, we've normalized them. We don't even see them. Themes that have become a collective cultural joke. Themes that land squarely on millennials. But the collateral damage is a lot wider than that. We need to be better than that. So what does that have to do with ADHD? I want to remind you there is no such thing as recreational Adderall, only prescription drug abuse. Adderall is a Schedule II controlled substance, which means it has a high potential for abuse. Other Schedule II drugs you might have heard of, OxyContin. That's the drug that was made by the Sackler family. They've been in the news a lot lately. Percocet, opium, morphine, fentanyl. You heard of that one, definitely, because that is the one Michael Jackson took when he overdosed. I take my Adderall use seriously. It was and still is a life-changing drug for me. It's why I've been in therapy and been taking it very seriously for the past 10 years. I can't see it. I can't take it unless I am seeing and working with and being monitored by a medical professional who knows what to look for, who knows how to sort out the problems, who can protect me from this substance that, in fact, saves me and allows me to function in a bandwidth considered to be normal by the rest of the human population. Being able to joke about Adderall abuse, being able to come up with the phrase like recreational Adderall because you don't need it, it's because you aren't addicted to it, because you're neuronormative and your executive function capabilities can exist without it, that is privilege. Being able to laugh at something or dismiss a problem as not real because it isn't real to you, that is privilege. You don't need to feel guilty for it. You just need to not make us the butt of your jokes. Abusing a Schedule II stimulant in order to lose weight. Thinking that you can only lose weight with the assistance of a Schedule II stimulant. That's really serious, you guys. Feeling so pressured, like your weight or your size, your body, your appearance is so important that you would be willing to abuse a Schedule II stimulant in order to do it, that somehow that trade-off is worth it? That's not a joke. The way we talk about depression matters. The way we talk about these pressures matter. The way we talk about millennials matter. And the way we present Schedule II drugs and the choices and the options around them, it matters. That's one thing this movie got really, really wrong. In a movie that's billed as a comedy, as a feel-good thing, that's ostensibly positive, that's not the only thing they missed. It's just the point where I started crying and knew that I wouldn't be able to finish it. And I did, in fact, walk out of this movie before it finished. And I wanted to like this movie. I really did. I'm supposed to. Not loving it's going to be a big deal. People are going to tell me that I'm wrong, that I'm negative, that I'm a traitor somehow to the cause. I'm not sure what cause, but I'm sure someone will. They always do. Some people I'm sure are going to get really mad. It won't be the first time. And if any of those people, by the way, that really object to what I have to say or the viewpoints I intend to show on my podcast tomorrow, if any of them are fat or non-neuronormative and take Adderall like I do, or are in various stages of eating disorder recovery, or in various stages of alcohol recovery, I'll let you know. Chances are pretty good they won't. They weren't the ones that found this movie feel good or funny. Their objections are real. And we shouldn't overlook them. So, as usual, as always, gonna get mad at me. Send all hate mail to 865 South Sherman Street in Denver. Send it to mk@coachedandloved.com or brooksmk@me.com. But whatever you do, leave everyone who works for me alone. I'm still not sure I used the best judgment in letting Sarah watch this movie. I'm still not sure I used the best judgment in making this podcast. But now it's happening. Cat's out of the bag. We're not turning back. If there's an objection, you bring it to me. And please, on World Suicide Day, of all days, just for one day this year, if someone tells you that a movie you liked, or anything else for that matter, was problematic and made them feel bad or uncomfortable, don't argue with them. Just shut up and listen. Then come at me, that target you think you can hit, after the podcast drops. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And remember, there's no such thing as recreational Adderall, only prescription drug abuse. If you don't take it seriously, will your kids?